Good morning. I would have to say that this is still in the mood of practice because I'm looking at a camera. I mean, I understand that at some point someone is going to be looking at me and we're having a conversation through time and space. It's still a little difficult. It's so difficult for me to look at myself, and when I look at this video, not as like upbeat and excited as certain speakers are. That said, it's my humble attempt to connect to you and to express what I'm going through with a prayer and hope that will be useful for everybody. So today's topic is it's difficult to stay alive, or it seems that way at this point. It's one of Archana's comments after her last illness. She was in a lot of pain, up all night. I got through it and was able to be cheery the next day. So my schedule is such, it doesn't sound like much when I list it, but it takes the whole day, and I have to be really disciplined in order to do it. Now, discipline is something I can do pretty easily. I did it for years as a Bajari, although I wasn't that steady. I would burn out at different temples, and I went all over the world. I was in Australia, I was in New Zealand, I was in India, I was in Japan, Hawaii, for a period of time, many years, 7 or 8 years. That's what I did. But it's not difficult for me, but at the same time, I don't really like it because it's work. And if you know anything about Enneagram 9, that's like, we just want to be peaceful. We don't want to endeavor too much. So that rings true for me. I would rather watch a movie about someone else having a great adventure than to live my own life, unfortunately. So one of my realizations is that I have to make my life an adventure and realize the adventure, the interesting things that are going on all the time. I like to say to people that everyone's life is interesting to hear about. The problem is most of us don't believe that. We think our life is boring or humdrum or whatever, but actually it's a great opportunity if we have the right attitude. So I'm trying to remember that. And I mean, I do see a lot of amazing things just where we live, just being in this room. It's a beautiful day. So many wonderful things, exciting things going on in our lives if we can just open our eyes and see it. So I have to be regulated. Ideally, my ideal day is, I have a saying that tomorrow begins the night before. Or you could say early to bed, early to rise, but saying tomorrow, in other words, I want to get up early tomorrow. Well, it starts the night before. I got to prepare myself so I can go to bed early. For me, I need to go to bed at 8. I don't always do it, but it really helps me. If I go to bed at 8 o'clock, I can get up at 3 or 3:30, take a shower, wake the deities, and then I can just chant. Best time of the day. We've all heard that. Best time of the day is early in the morning. That's the yogic time before the sun rises. Very quiet, peaceful, useful time, helpful time, spiritually speaking. So get up, do my chanting for 2 or 2.5 hours. And I have all these different protocols that I have to fit into it too. I'm doing this baking soda and maple syrup. I'm doing this Asiatic tea, and I have to fit all these in. I'm doing Ayurvedic herbs. I have to, everything's timed, so I have to fit all that in. So I've finished chanting, and like now I'm doing a video blog. Sometimes I write. I have to do pranayam because cancer doesn't like oxygen, so I want to be breathing as much as I can, taking in the good stuff that we need, oxygen, deep breaths. Then do my morning worship, which I combine with making the breakfast offering for the Lord, which is what I eat now, which is juice. So that takes more time than before. I'm juicing in the morning, and that's that's about an hour and a half. Then I lie in the biomat, which uses infrared. It's far infrared technology that is supposed to induce a healing response in the body. I think it's hard to say right now. I noticed a little bit of difference in the tumor using that, so I've been doing that religiously, as they say. And then from the baking soda and maple syrup also seems to be shrinking. I'm just not really sure. But anyway, so that takes a long time. All those little things I mentioned doesn't sound like much. You know, I try to limit my internet, but that can take up a lot of time too. I mean, I really appreciate the opportunity to connect with the devotees. It's a nice facility for that all over the world. And also I need to, after I do I lie on the mat for about an hour, different parts, because it's really here in back in that nasal cavity that they found what they think is the original cancer. So I lie on my back, then I lie on my front, then I lie on here, then I jump on the trampoline, get some cardiovascular, then I ride in the stationary bike and read and write. I have 2 poetry books that I want to come out with. They need basically done, but I have to do a glossary, and I have to find someone who can put them together. I mean, like with my last book, I really wanted it to be aesthetically very pleasing. So I'm working on that, and it just, believe it or not, I'm not working a regular job, but my day is full, and if I don't get my chanting done early, then I'm chanting all day, and I don't want to go there. Just not very good quality. So the best thing for me to get my chanting done, and then do all the other things I need to do for my protocols and exercise and writing and sharing that with you. So that's my day. So again, it's still practice for me getting used to the medium here. So I hope that it's helpful for you to think about the things I'm talking about in my own life in terms of your life. So thank you.